Giving all praise, honor, glory to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HaKadosh, the honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and the sincere shalom to the Hakim that's out there pushing in sincerity and the truth and the sound doctrine. This is going to be a really quick video. This is just a reminder. That we're not in the new covenant. And it's sad that we have to even say that, but this proves that we're not in the new covenant. All right, this is just a reminder of that. For anybody that still believes or on the fence. All right, whether we're in the new covenant or not, this is just a reminder. All right, showing you that no, this is not the new covenant. This is not our rest. Clearly, look at this, man. Look at this. Is this really what your new covenant look like? You're sick, man, if this is what your new covenant look like, man. 3 shot in Northeast DC. All right. 1 unconscious and not breathing. MPD says. You know what I'm saying? So what's going on, man? Clearly we're not in the new covenant, man. Clearly. Look around you, man. Look at the way you live, man. You gotta get up. We live paycheck to paycheck, all that stuff, man. We are not clearly not in the new covenant, man. Real quick video, not very much to say about this because I went into several videos like this, because it really gets under my skin, man, when people say that we're in a new covenant, right? And then, but at the same time, I gotta worry about going outside my house getting shot at, man. Are you serious? In the new covenant, man, I gotta worry about if I'm going to eat the next day, man. Right? But we're in the new covenant. In the new covenant, we're not gonna worry about all that, man. We're in the new covenant. But do you see the mindset of our men and our women? Right? Women don't respect men for shit. And the men, you can forget about it, man. Women, you can forget about it. The men, they don't, come on, man. Look at us, man. We all messed up. You know what I'm saying? So, clearly, we're not in the new covenant, man. You tell me we're in the new covenant. I go to the store and I got to worry about one of our own so-called brothers mugging me up and down and shit like he ready to rob me and shit, man. But you telling me we're in the new covenant. Get the hell out of here, man. It's ridiculous, man. We're in the new covenant, but you still serving under your enemies, under your oppressors. If we're in the new covenant, why do all these movements exist, man? Why do the BLM movement even exist? Why does the NAACP exist? All these movements should not exist if we're in a new covenant, man. Right? None of this stuff should exist if we're in a new covenant. Women's march and then looking at boys, she had boys crossed out. A little girl had boys crossed out, man. But you bitch ass telling me we're in a new covenant. Man, get out of here, man. I'm going to show you one prime example of the new covenant. Now you could go to Hebrews 8, the 8th chapter, the 8th verse. Or you can go to Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 31. All right. But this is just a short video. And like I said, several brothers, including myself, who already went into this. But this is just a little short reminder as to showing you we are not in a new covenant, man. Obviously. You're drinking defiled water, man. We're eating defiled food amongst the heathen, man. Right? Do you see this stuff? We're literally in a chemical warfare, man. We're breathing in chemicals. You look up in this. I can't look right now because it's cloudy as hell today. But if it was a clear sky, man, I bet you I'll see at least 10 chemtrails flying by, man. You know what I'm saying? But we're in a new covenant. That dirty ass inner harbor, man. Everybody keeps talking about how polluted the ocean is, but somehow we're in a new covenant, man. I really don't understand. I really don't understand. How in the world are we in a new covenant, man? You get into a relationship. You lucky if that shit lasts a week. Hell, 3 days. But we're in a new covenant though, right? You going to work and you gotta worry about your wife, right, being plowed by the neighbor across the street. But we're in a new covenant. Right? Your child can't even go out and play without some worry in your mind of he or she being kidnapped. Him or her being kidnapped. Right? Beware the white van. Are you kidding me, man? Seriously. Seriously, man. But we're in a new covenant. Get the hell out of here, man. I just got over a flu a couple months ago, man. Felt like complete shit. You think I'm going to believe? You think I believe we're in a new covenant right now? Feeling like that? Isaiah chapter 14, verse 1, man. It's Isaiah chapter 14, verse 1. It says, "For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land." This is a prime example of the new covenant. All right. This is also going to further prove that those people over there in Israel would call themselves July, all right, Israeli, right? The issues, you know what I'm talking about, these small-headed cheap suits who now you can't say anything against them or they're going to flag you. If you run that shows how cowardly Esau is, man. If you run a world, which they do, you really wouldn't care about what people say about you. Cause you run a world, you'd be like, so what? If you really are the chosen people of God, man, right? You really wouldn't care about what people said about you. Not being the real chosen people. You wouldn't be flagging nobody. Like, people walk by us all the time, man. Y'all ain't no Israelites. We'd be like, well, come prove it. You just gonna keep walking down the street, come prove it. You can't prove it. Right? You gonna tell me that them small-headed cheap suits who love little boys, right, are the chosen people of God? Are you serious? Who the sun don't even like? Get the hell out of here, man. See, this further proof that we're not in the new covenant, man. Come on, man. You got people that the sun don't even like calling themselves the people of God. Get the hell out of here, man. It's ridiculous. All right. So it says, so we're not setting our own lane, and this hasn't happened yet. It's clearly proof that that alone right there proves that we're not in the new covenant. Right. To fulfill Jesus, so the one you call Jesus hasn't finished yet. You know what I'm saying? To complete. So you're telling me what happened years later? What happened years and years later after the crucifixion of who the world inwardly calls Jesus Christ? Our slavery. Not even our slavery, man. Our torture. Right? That's what happened. So you're telling me he died just for us to get tortured like that? Or did he have another plan? Was that punishment? Which, if that is punishment, proves that we're not in the new covenant. Read Hebrews 8:8, and it breaks it all down just by that. All right. It says, "And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob." Now the strangers, right? There's a couple ways you look at that. For the most part, when it talks about the Jew, Gentile, stranger, and all that stuff, right? They're Israelites, all right. But in this situation, you have the strangers, all right. It said, "And the strangers shall be joined with them." What is that talking about? All right, it says, "And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob." Now, if you want, you could look at that as a kind of a twofold thing if you really think about it. There's really not much to think about, but you got heathens that are going to be subject under Israelites, right? But as of right now, you have Israelites today, the 2/3 who are considered pretty much the strangers. So it said, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And that's why I say you could look at it as twofold. Because you have the strangers, which are the 2/3, and that day, obviously they're going to cleave to the house of Jacob. But at the same time, you could say, well, they're the strangers, the heathens, like the Ishmaelites and the Elamites and the the Moabites, Ammonites, all of them, man. They're going to cleave to the house of Jacob, meaning what? They're going to be subject under the house of Jacob. They're going to follow under the Israelites, and they're going to follow the Israelite ways, right? There ain't going to be no everybody could believe in what they believe in. That's not going to happen, right? It's not going to be none of that crap, okay? Like what you got today. Well, as long as he believe what he believe in, no, there's not going to be no such thing as a multicultural or whatever crap it goes on here, man, right? You got people out there that say, well, if the world was under one opinion or whatever, then that would cause problems. No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. If that's the case, then if that's the case, how come there's issues right now? Because it's not under one order. Everybody's doing what they want to do. Okay. Continuing on, verse 2. It says, and people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants. And this is why I said that strangers right here is in this context is talking about the heathens, right? Because that them is taught about those strangers. Okay. It said, and these servants, again, it's talking about these strangers. He said that Israel shall possess them, those strangers, in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were. Meaning today, on back to the 16, or really on back to ancient time, man. We were always servants to heathens, man, because the Lord always kept punishing us for going off. Right? So today, on back to ancient times, man, right? They're going to be captives whose captives they were. All right? No, we're going to take them captives who captives they were. You know what I'm saying? So it's a reversal. It's going to reverse back on them. All right? It says, and they shall rule over their oppressors. So we're going to rule. Who are our oppressors? They got Esau and the dogs that lick the wounds. As the parable in Lazarus, the dogs that lick the wounds is these Arabs, is these Chinese and Japanese, whoever, these Asians, all right? Everybody, all of them, man. They all help, and they all have a part to do with our oppression. All right. It says, and it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve. They see, this is what you're talking about, man. This is what I'm talking about, man. This is the new covenant, right? This hasn't happened yet. If this is the new covenant, then why is the Lord? Everybody believes in the second coming. You should not be believing in the second coming if this is the new covenant. This will be it. What the hell is the second coming for? What's after the new covenant? The new covenant? You know what I'm saying? Like, this doesn't make any sense. The expanded and enhanced covenant? What, man? You know, it just doesn't make any sense, man. That would make the Lord imperfect. Right? It says that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how have thou oppressors ceased? All right. The golden city ceased. All right. The Lord have broken the staff of the wicked. And I believe it says, and the scepter of the rulers. All right. He who smote the people in wrath with continual stroke. He that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth. About Esau, Edom, that damn devil, man. Right? That's coming, man. This hasn't happened yet. This is clearly not. This right here is clearly the new covenant. But this, what you're seeing around you, is not the new covenant. What I'm reading here is, man. Right? Here we go. It says, the whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth from singing. Now let me ask y'all. Look around you real quick. You know, look on social media, man. Look, peek your head out the house for a second, man. Right? Or wherever you at. Is the whole earth at rest right now? Because what it seems like to me is that a massive war is getting ready to break out. What it seems like to me is, well, male, you can't even tell what the hell is male female these days. You think it's gonna be trans rights in the new covenant, man? You think it's gonna be trans anything in the new covenant? I'm talking about when it comes to transhumanism and all that crap and the new covenant. You think it's gonna be all that? You think it's gonna be these heathens fighting over power in a new covenant? Because that, they don't realize that at the end of the day, the Lord, Israelites is getting ready to come on top, man. You notice that these wars have nothing to do, right? Or you realize that these wars that they get ready to, that's get ready to happen, this World War III, it's get ready to happen, right? You notice we're not even, I guess so called, they don't reference us at all because they don't believe we're literally nothing to them, man. Right? They don't believe that Israelites is going to come out on top of all this crap. So while you Edomites is fight, trying you and Moabites and Ishmaelites and whoever trying to fight for power, the Lord going to intervene, which the Lord is the one that's putting the spirit on you anyway to do this stuff, because this is going to involve us, no doubt. All right, that's the whole point of Matthew 24. All right, this is most definitely going to involve us, but they continue to look at us like we're nothing. But these devils know, right? And this is why they're flagging us for bringing out more information, right? Because again, we're going to be involved, but I'm just saying on a high scale level, they don't involve us in nothing because, well, we're nothing. Israelites are nothing compared to, you know what I'm saying? You got a military, man. We got this, we got that. But again, little do they know, man, the Lord's going to intervene with that shit, man. All right? Lord's going to intervene, and the Israelites going to be on top. That's the new covenant. The whole earth is going to be at rest. It's not at rest right now, man. All right? Obviously. I mean, you got earthquakes. Come on, man. You think in the new covenant there's going to be earthquakes? It's natural disaster. No, man. No. You're taking oil out of the earth, man. That's causing earthquakes. That's one of the issues that's causing earthquakes. So you telling me that in the new covenant there's going to be earthquakes? Come on, man. The earth is going to be at rest, man. There's not a land Sabbath, man. None of this stuff is being held, man. There's no laws of the Bible that's being held in today's society. And you telling me we're the new covenant? You got everybody in every religion, man. You got Christianity, you got Satanism, Islam, Roman Catholic, all this other atheists. Obviously not the new. It's obviously not the new covenant. And it's sad that we got to keep going over this over and over again with you dumbass people, man, who think we're in a new covenant. And obviously we're not. Giving all praise, honor, glory to YAHAWASHI.